Okay, good morning everyone. This is Oakwood's Classic Car Show, August 20, 2017, Sunday afternoon. We have 44 cars. Come and join us.
Yeah, this is a 1951 Studebaker Champion. It's a 6-cylinder manual shift with overdrive. It was assembled in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, which is unusual because most of the Studebakers were made in South Bend, Indiana. But they did kit a few cars, and they did assemble this convertible back in '51 in Canada. I've owned it for almost 40 years. It's been extremely reliable. I've done almost nothing to the car. As compared to my 36 Cord over there, which I've had to put engines and transmissions and everything else in. Very durable car, very reliable. Hadn't started it since July. Got in it this morning, started right up, and I drove it out here.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
So I've got a number of Studebakers. I've got about 10 or 15, and mostly in the 49 to 55 range. I did have an Alante.
This is the one you just picked up.
Avante. I've got Cadillac had Alantes. I've got 3 of those, and then I've got I had a 63 Avante. So.
Tomorrow, give his name and have him search the car for me.
Okay, he wants your name.
Okay, my name is John Perkel. I live in Dayton.
Okay.
And I have a company called Lightflex. We make composite leaf springs. Oh. We export 70% of what we manufacture, all made in Dayton, Ohio, out of American-made materials.
Wonderful. Very good. How old is this company?
Started in, the development started in the 60s, but it's been in continuous serial production since 1981.
Wonderful. My goodness.
We shipped to China, to Korea, to Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Germany, Italy, Sweden, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Canada, Turkey, and India.
Oh my stars. How many people do you employ?
55.
55. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And like it
Can't
was
believe
when
it.
I bought it 40 years ago.
So what kind of oil do you put in it then? You leave it sit, both of them. What kind of oil?
A detergent oil.
A detergent,
Or
yeah.
a non-detergent. I don't know, I've got 2 guys that work on them, so
Oh, you do?
yeah.
So do you set them up so that the tires don't get out around or something? You leave them sit just like that?
Well, just let them sit.
You don't drive them around periodically just to move it?
Periodically.
Yeah,
I do,
once
but
a year or more.
like that.
Uh-huh.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually bought one of the last buildings on was on the McCook Flying Field, right there.
Yes.
And it's a hangar.
Yes.
It's basically built to hold a DH4. Dayton Wright Manufacturing DH4, and
You'll be done.
so I bought that about 3 years ago, and we went through and restored the building, and I've got 16 cars in there right now.
Oh my
So
gosh. Oh my
from 36s up to 93s.
Oh my word.
But this car is a 1936 Cord Westchester. It has a Lycoming V8 engine in it. It's front wheel drive. It has electric pneumatic shift, 4 speeds forward, obviously 1 speed in reverse. It is a unibody construction car. It has a small stub frame that the engine and transmission are mounted on, so it's really way ahead of its time. It was based upon the old Miller patents back in the 30s. Miller had all these race cars, and Cord bought the rights to that in the 20s, I think. And they built several cars that were front wheel drive. So this was the end of the line for Auburn, Cord, Duesenberg in 37. They went out of business. They built these for 2 years, 36 and 37, Model 810 and Model 812. They also made them supercharged, so you get up to 190 horsepower. The cars would do 120 miles an hour. The big problem is you couldn't stop them.
I can see that. Like a Mack truck.
Yeah, like a Mack truck. So, it's We put a new engine in it, rebuilt the engine, rebuilt the transmission. We do all our own work. I've got 5 of these. And next weekend, we're taking the 37 Custom Beverly to the Auburn Cord Duesenberg show in Auburn, Indiana. Last year, we took 2nd place with it, and hopefully I can do better this year.
Good job. Good. Wonderful. Okay.
Let's look at it once.
Look under the engine. I like this right here. Is that air intake?
Well,
or
no,
what is
that's
it?
the exhaust. That's
pretty.
really hot.
Exhaust.
You put your hand
yeah,
on
I wasn't
there.
gonna.
You put your hand on there. You only
Okay.
do it once.
Yeah, I bet it would. But it's pretty. I like that.
They call it a coffin nose.
Oh, because I can see that. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
But this is the transmission up in front here, and this is a vacuum shifter. So you've got 2 vacuum cylinders that do the shifting. So you pre-select it on the steering column, and when you push the clutch in, when you let it out, it shifts.
Oh my goodness.
So this is the same transmission that Tucker used in his Tucker Torpedo in the 40s. And one of the things that is diabolical about this is you can be driving down the road 30 miles an hour and you can put it in reverse.
And what happens?
You blow the transmission
Well,
up.
that's what I wondered.
And that's the reason why Tucker's first car wouldn't back up, is because he had a blown transmission. I don't know whether that's true or not, but it makes a good story.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
So,
goodness.
of course, it's got the pop-up headlights.
I see that. I
That was
like
a
it.
patented thing, and then even a little thing like the horn rim on the horn blowing rim, that was actually patented by them. So the
Really?
headlights, the horn rim, a number of things that were new with Cord. I've got a Phaeton, a convertible, and it's got a disappearing convertible top.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was something that was. So they had a lot of really great innovations.
Yeah. Yeah. This is wonderful.
Maybe start that out for us, well.
Yeah,
that problem?
we're parked on the hill, so.
Oh.
No, I'll start it up. That's why we got that piece of wood under it.
Oh my stars, honey. Well,
See the inside of that.
what happened to all their shrubbery here? It's hot.
You want to take a shot of the dash? That dash is, and that's exactly how it came out of the factory.
How old was it when you got it? How many years?
Well, this is relatively new. I bought it last year from a fellow in California,
Oh, okay.
I had to replace the engine, so we hit the whole front end of the car has been disassembled, new engine installed, and all put back together.
Okay. It's gorgeous, beautiful.
But this is real enamel on this.
Is it really?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so.
You can touch, The backward door. What was the reason for the door made this way? English cars, what was that for?
Well, I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got the microphone. They're gonna start the engine.
Let me go down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come around.
Heavy and quiet. Yeah. Solid.
Sounds like a brand new engine.
It is. It is.
Actually, it is brand new.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, that was solid. That was so solid and real heavy. You can tell it's very heavy.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
like Coming, they built aircraft engines. They still build aircraft engines.
Okay.
So
Yep.
Hey, great.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
Excellent. What's your wife's favorite car? She's overwhelmed, I'm sure.
She likes a 1991
A new one.
Cadillac Alante.
Okay. Okay.
Remember the Alantes? The two-seater. It's basically a two-seater Cadillac. It was built in Detroit and in Torino in Italy. It was the longest assembly line ever. They assembled part of the car in Detroit. And they put them on special 747s, flew them over Torino
Really?
to Pininfarina, and then Pininfarina put part of the bodies on and interior. And they put it back on the airplane and sent it back to Cadillac. And then they did some things to it. And but they're great cars. I mean, they go for almost nothing. You can buy a really good one for like $4,000.
What? Oh my gosh.
And it's really a terrific car. I mean, it'll give a Corvette a surprise.
Oh my stars.
The 93s had the North Star engine in them.
Yeah.
And the earlier ones, they had a hopped up V8, Cadillac V8 of some sort, and they're just great little cars. They got some, they have some idiosyncrasies that are problematic, like the batteries run down because the computers draw so much
Yes.
energy, and so you can't just leave them sit for weeks and go away, which I've done before. I've parked them in Cincinnati at the airport, come back from the trip overseas for 2 weeks, and then the
Yeah.
car won't start.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh.
that only had to happen once.
Yep. Then you learned.
Let's get out of the shade.
Yeah, it's getting hot. Okay. Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank
that
you.
was fascinating. Thank you.
Enjoyed talking.
Okay. Okay. Tell us about it, how old it is, and what it is, because I don't know my car.
Well, this is a 1957 Stingray Corvette,
Oh, okay.
and it's original 283,
Okay.
2 carbs. I don't know what else you
How
want to
long
know.
have you had it?
I guess I've had it about 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Did you have to work on it? And
Most
fix
of
it
it,
the way
most
you
of it
want?
was done.
Good. That's good.
So
Okay. Yeah. Anything else? That's up to you, honey. You want to hear it to run? You want us to hear it
Sure.
to run? Okay. If you don't mind. Thank you. We'll go on this. Okay, you're going to stay right here? That'd be
You
fine.
want to fit the microphone, so
Yeah. I'll be right. I keep thinking I'm hooked to you.
this will be there when he's runs it.
Yeah, that's really clean and pretty. You getting it good?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell him when. Okay, thank you. That was good and quiet. Which way are you going now? Thank you. Nice and quiet. Thank you.
I'll go to that guy in the chair.
Over here, honey. Okay. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. I have not had a thing to drink, honestly. You just-
Oh, it's terrible.
It's horrible,
Yeah, it's-
honey. I haven't even had water, let alone. This is dangerous.
like a water?
Thank you. But would you want to tell us about your car? Would you be interested in doing that?
Sure.
It's up to you.
Sure.
Some people don't.
I bought it in 1999 as a salvage car. All the windows had been shot out except the front windshield. That's the original glass in the front. The whole inside was black mold and the floorboards were gone. And I started working on it. It took 17 years I finally, 4 years ago, got finished with it.
Bless
So-
your heart.
and,
Oh, gee, what a project.
Yes. I did most of it myself, except for the interior the engine, and the transmission.
Sure, those are biggies, and you need.
But
Paint.
And where did you purchase this from, where it was all apart?
it was laying on the ground at a used car lot called Hubcap Daddy in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati. Oh,
Yeah, that's
good job.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Well,
I mean,
thank you.
that thing is gorgeous. How could they do that to this thing?
Well, it was heading to the crusher.
I bet.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised it was still there.
Did start it up?
Are you able to start it up,
Oh,
or would
yeah.
you want to?
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
I have to try and get up. Is the
See,
problem.
I'll help you, kid. Two drunks together, boy. Oh, that thing is huge. You sure you want to do this? Are you
Sure.
okay, honey? Because it's kind of dangerous around here.
Oh no.
Oh, that thing is beautiful.
Thank
Well, we have an extra, one side of our garage is extra long,
Okay,
and
you
it
need
fits
it.
in that
Perfectly.
side. This much,
An
you can
inch.
get the door down.
Uh-huh. And that's
And
it.
that's it.
Ooh, that's
I mean, nobody even thought about that.
I know it. You wouldn't
Really?
have.
He came and he said, I've seen this car, can I bring it home? You can get in it.
Oh, no, I don't want to get in, honey. Oh, he didn't open his hood. Oh, well. That's good. Gorgeous. Quiet. Okay, thank you. Beautiful, quiet, excellent. Oh, my gosh.
It is quiet.
Oh, it is quiet. So solid. Those cars were made so
Gosh,
well.
It is.
Now they're all tinny and yeah, look at your engine. This is gorgeous. So you don't take it out for rides or nothing, do you?
We do take some of the neighbors out and get ice cream and stuff.
You
Oh,
do?
we do, and the kids. Oh my
You
God.
do? Oh, bless your heart.
Oh, he loves to take the little
He
kids.
does?
Oh, yeah. When
Oh.
little kids come up, he opens the car door and he says, "You got an iPhone? Have your mom take your picture
Oh,
sitting at the steering
sitting.
wheel."
Oh.
Oh yeah, they love it.
Bless his
And
heart.
we have 3 little grandsons in Chicago. The one is just tiny; he's just 14 months old.
Sure.
But the other 2 boys, oh my God, they just
Yeah.
oh Poppy, can we get in the car?
I
Can we
know
get
it.
in the car?
I know. Guess who's going to get it when they get older? We already know.
It's theirs.
That's the dealer. That's all the dealer.
Is he gonna talk?
information for this car.
Hold on.
See that?
What are you doing now?
Dealer information for the cars on this.
Oh, dealer. Okay, honey. Are you finished with him, John? Oh, all this. Oh, okay. Oh, this is great. Okay. Okay, can you get up
This is the
here?
salesman's brochure for this car.
Oh. Can you get up here? It's reflecting. I see reflection. You know? Can you get it not to reflect? Boy, the bugs.
The one down below where it says extra size, performance, and mileage, quality at no extra cost. If you read the literature, you'll see it got 9 miles to the gallon. That was very efficient.
Yeah.
And I reworked the engine, now I get 12.
Oh, good. Yes.
No.
Yeah. Does it take regular gas, or what do you put?
I use unleaded gas.
Unleaded.
I seated the valves and put in new valves and brass guides for the valves so it won't ping. And by upping the compression, I can use unleaded gas.
Uh-huh. Very good. Keep it clean.
But I use the high test.
Yeah.
High test.
I know what you mean, yes. Uh-huh.
Still needs that octane.
Yes. Well, this is exciting. Thank you. Are you from here or Dayton?
Cincinnati.
You're Cincinnati, okay. Mm-hmm.
We drove up this morning.
I bet you got a lot of looks and waves and honks, didn't you, kids?
A few, yeah.
Uh-huh, you do. Well, it's gorgeous. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. This is your first year, right, doing this? Okay, good. Where, honey? Where you want to go? Let me turn around. Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Thing is a limousine. It's so long.
It's 19 and a half.
Oh, my lands. Oh, I can't believe we had these cars like that. And I had to learn to park in those days with these big
Yes.
boats, you know, and we thought nothing of it.
We have a friend who has an Eldorado white Eldorado convertible,
Yeah.
and it is 21 feet.
Oh my word.
So we told him you couldn't come because you can't park it in our
No.
garage.
Did you see the Pontiac wagon over
No,
there?
we haven't been.
That's it's a
Is
pink.
somebody-
You can see the pink
Okay.
and white.
Yeah.
That's
Pink
a two-door Pontiac. Those are very, very rare.
very rare. We'll go there then. Okay.
I'm one of 50. so-
You're one of 50.
And I imagine he's probably one
Oh.
of maybe a dozen.
Isn't that wonderful? To us about it and tell us.
Sure, it's a
All the-
1973 Reliant, made by Reliant Motors,
Okay.
who are no longer in business.
Uh-huh.
But for a long time, they were a family car
Okay.
because they fit 4 adults.
Okay.
There's room in the trunk for 2 full-size suitcases. And the early ones were titled and registered as motorcycles, so they didn't have a reverse in them.
Oh.
So they could be, because they saved a lot of tax money in England if they didn't have a reverse. But that meant that when Mom went to the supermarket, she had to back it out of a parking space with her heels. Back it.
No kidding.
So eventually they decided that was not a good arrangement. So then
No.
they started putting reverse in them.
Really?
This one has reverse.
It does. How darling.
And I don't drive it more than the minimum for highway miles is 45 miles an hour.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Yeah.
A lot of trucks and other cars pass me and honk, and you wonder whether they're saying get out of the way or they're saying,
Or
yeah,
they're saying-
bravo, bravo.
I know. I know what you're saying. Yes. Oh, how darling. How long have you had it
I've had
then?
it about 10 years. That's the second one I've had.
Okay.
The first one I had, my son and I were driving one day
Yeah.
down near Lasorsville, which is out near
Gone, yes.
Middletown. Yeah, it's gone.
Uh-huh.
And these 2 rather heavy young ladies, about 18 years old, were thumbing. They were
Oh dear.
hitchhiking.
Yep.
So my son, of course, you drive on the right, because
Yeah.
right-hand steering. He's in the passenger seat, and he felt my slowing, for these girls.
Yes.
He said, "No, Dad, no." Under his breath, he's saying,
Yes.
"No, Dad."
Yes.
And I stopped for him anyway.
Did you?
And they had to go to someplace south in Middletown, the south of
Oh
Middletown.
boy.
So we let them off.
Yeah.
But after that, the car started going put, 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 put.
Too much.
Blew a head gasket.
Oh, too
And my
much.
son is too much of a gentleman to say, "See, Dad, I told you so.
Sure.
We should never pick those
Yes.
ladies."
Sure.
So
Too much.
so that one I sold.
Okay.
But I sold it to a guy. I sold it to him for $500, but I disclosed it had a blown head gasket, so you have some repair.
Sure.
He showed up in a great big long Cadillac, driven by a nice-looking blonde lady,
Uh-oh.
and he rolled out he drove it around the block, rolled out $500 bills, handed it to me, and I said, "Your wife's not going to like this, because you show him this big, huge Cadillac, and you drive off with this
Yeah.
flimsy thing it's got a head gasket on." He said,
Yes.
"No, she won't." I said, "Why not?" She said, "She's not my wife."
That's what I wondered. Oh.
Out under an apple tree out in the agricultural area near Middletown.
Really?
I don't know whatever happened to it.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Then I had this one brought over. They come
Okay.
over, you think you're going to, if you know they're arriving by ship, you think it's going to be on deck and you can watch it swinging and swaying with the,
Yeah.
They put them in a container.
They
Like-
put it in a box?
That's how they ship them.
Oh.
Like toothpaste.
No
You know,
kidding. I'll be
They're in there with
darned.
all kinds of different products,
Well, it's small enough. I guess
Well, I
you
guess
can
so.
do that. Yeah. Well, I'll be.
It has 3 wheels. We save on rubber that way.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
there's a nose wheel. But what's misleading is that they have hoods over the headlights. So you look at the headlights and think, well, there's a wheel under there,
Yes.
as there's on most cars. But this is a 3-wheeler.
God.
So when you go over it's really fun when you go over a manhole cover, you only get 1 bump.
There you go.
Either the nose wheel or one of the back wheels. Never both. Because when you go over, just unconsciously, subconsciously, you think there's going to be 2 bumps.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
You only get 1.
Yeah. Well, I can live with that. I hate those darn things.
And the thing that attracted me to this car in the first place was that, remember the Ford Anglia? There was an English car made by Ford,
Okay.
but they had an inverted rear window.
Don't
And
remember
see
that.
how that window is canted toward the inside?
Yes.
Well, the Anglia had the same thing,
Okay.
but I didn't want an Anglia.
Okay.
But when I saw this Reliant on the road, I thought, I want one of those.
Really.
So I got a,
What's the purpose for that slanting in? Anything special?
well, I guess there's no real, engineering basis for it.
Okay.
It's
Just effect.
For design, for effect. Good
Yeah.
word.
Well, I'll
But
be
they're
darned.
fun to drive.
Oh, bless your heart. That's darling. But 3 wheels, did you get that wheel up front? I didn't see that until you said it.
Well, maybe it's
I
maybe
can
it's
tell.
being second guessed by the trophy that's in front of it.
Oh, see, I
Because it
didn't
sat
go.
on the trophy and not the wheel.
Okay, okay, could be. How
And
fascinating.
a lot of people say, you're driving on the wrong side. I say, no, I'm driving on the right side. They don't, very funny.
That's very confusing. How do you do? Very
Well,
carefully, don't
Same with
you?
the mail truck.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, you mean the three wheels?
no, with the the
Yeah, well, the
steering wheel
mail
on the
trucks
right.
are driven on the right too.
Okay, never thought about
So if
that.
you can be a mail person,
Yeah,
you can
then
be
you're
a-
okay.
You can, yeah.
Oh my
Well, the
gosh.
thing that bothers me, there are a lot of English cars around. In fact, they've been here probably. But a lot of them were built for export,
Oh,
and they're going to be left-hand steering.
oh.
But to me, an English car is not
Should
authentic
be.
unless it's right-hand
You're
steering.
right. You're right. You're
The
right.
only bad thing about it is when you get stuck behind a truck somewhere. You're sitting way over here.
Yeah,
The truck is up here. You can't see around the
that's
truck.
right. What's going on? This is
So if you
another
have
thing.
a passenger that you can trust,
Yep.
the passenger can say, "Okay, now go," and you pull out. There's something there.
See, a little
So you
details
do
there.
have to be careful about
Yeah, you do.
right-hand drive cars.
That's
That is
darling.
funny.
That's quite
I've had
interesting.
this in about 10 years,
Did you? Okay.
and it gets a lot of attention.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. What?
Little four-cylinder gas, 26 horsepower, and the cylinders look like Tootsie Rolls. They're about that big around, and about they're all going up. And so it's gas, so it uses regular gas.
Regular? Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't that interesting?
but they're fun to drive and
Yeah,
get a lot of attention.
I bet you do. I
Appreciate
know
you
you're
coming
waiting.
That's a big four-seater. You don't see that.
I know it. It was huge. I think the colonel's driving that. The guys in the back. The big guys drive there, don't they?
I don't know.
Your majors and the.
It's actually Willie's engine. Designed for Willie. Warren Chrysler got involved with Willie before he got involved with Maxwell. 3 engineers. You read history of Chrysler, so you'll hear about guys Greer, Skelton, and Jeter. 3 Purdue graduates.
I'd go do the pink thing if you would.
I'm on this right now.
Let me hold it.
This is,
Well, they had
Oh.
last
Oh, how do you put that?
42 Dodge man car. Hold that up a little
I
bit.
can. It's hooked to something.
Just
I'm
pull
sorry.
right off. No, it's all good.
Oh, okay, honey.
I just have the hooks on it
Yeah,
because the
you
wind will
need
catch
to.
it.
It's blowing. Okay.
and he ended up with the
It's a Command car.
story goes back when he was 20. Somebody goes, and of course, all the
Got it. Where do you hook that back on? Okay.
Otherwise, he had a carpet.
Well, now you have to stay with this until you get inside.
You're getting involved in Maxwell. Why don't we
Let me hold that one.
do that spot? We call it Chrysler.
The shadows on it.
Okay. So that's what Chrysler's 568 was. They built that stuff up until 19.
Who's the owner? Raise your hand.
This one?
Uh-huh.
I own it.
Okay, would you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I bought it new.
What is it? Tell me. I don't know my cars.
Okay, it's a 1965 Pontiac 2+2.
Okay.
I bought it new when I was 2 years old. No.
Yes.
It's been repainted about 1984. All the interior's original.
Okay.
I just had a lot of fun with it.
Really? How much gas miles do you get on it?
Oh, if I drive it hard, I only get about 10.5. If I drive it easy, I can get 10.5.
Gotcha. Oh, that's
Doesn't seem to
darling.
make much difference.
No, it's huge. I mean,
It is a big old boat.
oh my gosh, how can you park? We're not used to these big cars anymore.
And the Bonnevilles were 7-point-some inches longer.
They were?
Yeah.
Oh, good heavens.
Paid $4,500 for it at Paddock Pontiac,
Okay.
which went out of business, I think, in
And-
'68 or something like that, because I didn't buy another new car from them.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
Fairgrounds.
Oh, at the fairgrounds?
Fairgrounds?
No, that was Rogers. Paddock was down by White Allen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, going the other direction, more in Oakwood, White Island.
Out North Main Street.
Yeah,
yes.
North Main. I'll be doggone. This is gorgeous. So you just use it to come to affairs. You don't
car
drive
shows
it.
and- no,
yeah.
not much
No,
of
you
it.
wouldn't, huh?
You able to start it up at all? You able to start it up?
I can start it up.
So we can hear it. Do you mind, or
It's not very loud, but I'll start
that's
it up.
fine. That's what
Hold it by then.
I will, honey. Okay. This thing is huge.
I have a noisy winter right now, so you'll have to put up with that.
Okay. Beautiful. Nice and quiet and solid. Beautiful. You don't have to do much to it now?
Oh, like I say, I had it repainted in a new top in
Okay.
1984, but other than that,
Yeah.
I haven't had to do. It's been a good car for me.
Yeah. They're made well back in those days, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Really true.
I got
Uh-huh.
about 110,000 miles on it.
Really? Oh boy. Okay.
It's been up to Montreal and back on my honeymoon
Really?
in '67. I
Oh
went to see
boy.
Expo '67. It was a
Really?
long drive, but
Terrible drive. I bet you got a lot of honks and waves and everything. People.
stopped at a lot of gas stations.
Yes, you did, didn't you, though? Oh, that's great. This your first year being here?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty nice, isn't
It's
it?
it's a nice show.
Uh-huh. It is.
It's
They
really
did
nice.
real. Uh-huh.
And a nice area and
Yeah.
everything.
True. Okay, we thank you very much for
Well,
sharing.
thank you.
Okay.
1953.
53, yeah.
It's not original color,
Okay,
but
yes.
she still has her original interior.
Okay.
That hasn't been changed.
Good.
Flathead 8 engine,
Uh-huh.
no power brakes, no power steering. So
good old
we
days.
have it Armstrong steering.
Ah, yeah, we do, don't we? Good old days.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But I bought her 2 years ago, and she's my fun little car.
Is that right? Good. Beautiful. So, how many miles per gallon do you get there?
Oh, it's amazing. I get 10 miles to the gallon
Do ya?
downhill.
yeah, gotcha. Oh, that's cute as a button.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
She's beautiful. This is your first year in here then, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I
Uh-huh.
was just invited to come, so it's
Okay.
quite a wonderful event.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Uh-huh. Can you start the engine and so you can see it underneath?
I can open it. You
Yeah.
want to?
Sure. What's that sticking out there? What is? Oh, little. Oh, I remember those little feelers. John, get a picture of that.
Curve feelers.
Remember when? Oh my gosh, I had a car that did that. Oh my word, that weighs a ton, doesn't it? Big car.
She is.
Are you from Dayton or?
I am.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do any work on the engine?
I don't. I have the fellow I bought her from does the work for me. When I first got her, we needed to replace the battery, so I had to go to the farm's tractor store
Yeah.
because it's a 6-volt battery instead of
No, but
8. Oh.
full battery over there. That's a giant battery.
yeah,
Oh,
weighs
my.
a ton.
Wow.
Beautiful.
But she's just a dream to drive.
Good.
I always feel like a Goodwill ambassador, don't you, when you have a classic car?
Of course.
You stop to get gas and people say, my grandpa had that car, or my dad had that car. I
Exactly.
love it.
You
I
able to
know.
start it up at once? You able to start it up once?
Sure. Do you want to do now? You want me
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can hear it. Thank
Sure.
you. Okay. White walls and the feelers. Did you get a picture of that? The feelers.
I'll try to get
Oh my gosh, make sure you get that. That's darling. I remember those things. Can you see in there? Is it too dark? Don't,
Hold that closer.
don't hit your camera on the hood.
This is when cars.
Don't get back in case she jumps forward. Get your camera back. Get back, John. Pontiac, okay. Very solid.
Carburetor's acting up.
Uh-huh. Good old carburetors. That's pretty. Very good, very good. And beautiful. Oh. Good and quiet. You done? Yep.
6-volt battery. You don't see too many of those.
Such a big car for 6 volts. Did you get the feelers?
Yeah, let me get this camera down low.
Yeah. Just aim to it. Boy, is that quiet.
Yeah, it's just pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
He
it's
didn't
so
hot rod her.
heavy.
The man I bought her
Good.
from, he just restored her. He had a technician rebuild the transmission.
Oh boy.
But everything else, you know, he's kept.
Wait, are you
Stop.
second owner then, or? is he-
I bought it from him. I don't know who had
mean,
it before.
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know her whole. I haven't
Yeah.
done a
Right. Right.
lineage check. but
Right.
she's
Right.
just a sweetheart.
Oh, it's darling. I love the color.
I said
takes
this is a
your eye.
woman's car.
I know.
When I saw it, I said that car would look so good on me.
Videographer? You doing
Oh,
every
that's
car or
great.
just some?
That's great. How many miles on it now?
I don't remember.
Okay.
When I bought her, she had 59.
50.
159.
159.
So no, that's not right.
Yeah.
She has
I don't see the owner around there.
612.
612.
So she had 159. So she's got
150.
6.
Six-
That's not right.
No, should be one.
All right.
It's hard to see.
61,227.
6,000. Okay, 61,000.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put 2,000 miles.
That's fine. That's fine. Beautiful. Yeah, I miss my. Do you have a wing up front?
Yeah.
See, I miss my wings. Yes, I miss all that. Good old days.
I do. You know what I miss though is better rear views.
Uh-huh,
You
they
know,
were
in
so
the new
small.
cars, you
Yeah.
see everything. You've got a
Yes.
camera. You've got all
Yeah.
that stuff. But these are
Yeah.
just little.
Yeah. Well, as you drive, if you go somewhere, you could probably clamp one on and everything and then take it off for the
Yeah.
originality of
Right.
it. But that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, those were dinky little things. I remember that. Thanks, honey. Thank you. What, is he here now?
Yeah.
Who is
That's
this?
it.
Where, the pink car?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's act like this is our car.
Oh, you bring your doggy. You get a car?
This is the car.
Yes. Going this car down here. Okay.
Can we put Tubi in the car?
I would think so.
You want to get in the car, Tubi, and drive?
Would that be okay?
That would be a riot. Of course. Of course.
Let's get in the Gigi car. Come on.
Aw.
Honk the horn. Get in there and honk the horn.
My dog did that one day. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's not on.
Oh,
They're geeky. Get in there and drive
Okay.
Gigi.
So what would you like to know about Tupi's car?
I want you to tell me everything that you can about this car.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Of course, it's an Ohio State car.
Oh yes, of
Okay.
course. Right there. There
Yeah,
we go.
right. Ohio
I
State.
see. I see.
Okay. We bought it in about 1986.
Go Bucks.
And I always wanted a little red convertible. Well, it was yellow and rust. So we paid, the convertible top was in good shape, the engine had just been rebuilt, and I paid $850 for it.
Pretty darn good, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yep, and then I took a cutting torch and cut out all this rusty metal on the sides and front and where we could form sheet metal parts.
Yep.
We welded those in, cut out all the floor pan, went to a junkyard, bought sheet metal,
Sure.
welded the sheet metal in,
Sure.
and then with the yellow paint, I got aircraft stripper
Oh,
and stripped all the paint off.
really? Yeah.
And I owned the car a year and a half before I ever drove it,
Ah.
doing all this work
Oh,
on it.
definitely, definitely.
And
Sure.
we have had it since 1986 and fixed it
Wow.
up, and
Yeah.
every year it gets a little bit better and a little bit better. And
You want to drive?
this car has probably gotten more ice cream cones than any other car in Oakwood.
You let them have ice cream in the car.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, we drive around to Oakwood, and they love
In the
it when we
parks.
get on the west side because they love the vegetation. And she hangs out here. Plus, We have another dog
Get that
comes
dog,
with us.
John. Oh, bless
Yes,
her.
her love
She's
Kiki.
so sweet.
Her love the Kiki car. And then we drive around UD.
You do?
Oh, we drove last night. All the kids are back at school.
Yeah, yeah.
And go
You get
UD
all
Flyers, and you know
Oh,
they
you're
miss
having
their
a good
dogs, I'm
time.
sure.
I
And we have
know.
2B wave at them.
Oh.
So it's a classic. We have a lot of fun.
You see that.
Yeah.
Now, you pointed to me the motor. You're telling me it's back there?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I saw you point and I went, what? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, my word.
So what
John.
this car is this car is that car
Oh,
with an Italian design body on it.
gotcha. I'll
A
be
guy
darned.
by the name of Carman, Karmann.
Okay.
And so he took a Volkswagen chassis, running gear, that type of thing, and he built it in Wolfsburg, Germany.
Okay.
Okay, and that's
Yeah.
it. These emblems are the Wolfsburg emblem,
Okay, get those, John.
and this is the Wolfsburg emblem here.
On the steering wheel.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
So we've probably driven it 20,000 miles since we've had it, maybe
Okay.
30 at the most.
Okay. And are you the second owner or what kind of?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Uh-huh. That's darling.
The person I bought it from, he had loaned some money to one of his employees, and the employee didn't pay him the money back. And the employer had this car as collateral
Aha.
and said, I want my $850 that I, loaned this guy. If you want it for that, it's yours. And I said, done.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
You lucked out really well.
It's a 4-cylinder.
4.
It's 1600. So that engine and this engine are the same,
I'll be darned.
except that's all original.
Uh-huh.
And
That's-
mine has had some modifications.
Sure,
to it.
that's okay. Sure.
It runs more like a Porsche than a Volkswagen.
Whoa. Uh-huh. Well, that's darling.
And its name is the Geeky car.
Geeky.
Our daughter named it Geeky when she was about 4 or 5 years
She
old.
did.
So
Yeah.
we still call, who want to go ride in the Geeky? Who want to go ride in the Geeky car? You want to go walk and see the rest of the cars?
Oh.
You like Geeky?
So what else
So
would you like to know?
What else, Dad? How many miles per gallon do you get?
Oh, not good.
Uh-huh. I figured.
24.
Oh, well, that's decent. For
Well, that's what they used to get. That's
Oh.
and Volkswagens were known as, the
Well, yeah,
economy car.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But mine doesn't get 24 because it gets driven a little bit harder than that.
Well, then there you go. And that's okay, too.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
be darned.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Okay, hon. Anything else? That's it. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2017 edition of Classics on the Lawn Car Show and Open House, brought to you by the Oakwood Historical Society and sponsored by Hauser Asphalt and Concrete and by Reichert Buick. We've got a lot of beautiful automobiles today. The weather is cooperating once again, which we're very thankful for. And we hope everybody will enjoy the fine selection of hand-picked cars that we have on display here at the Long Romspert Homestead House Museum. Thank you.
How many cars, honey?
And we have, today we have about, we're just getting ready to count, but we had hoped to get 30 to 35 cars. However, it looks like we're up around 48. So we're doing a terrific job. Everybody's having a great time. Zombie Dogs is here, and they are serving their unique brand of gourmet hot dogs, and we're all having a great time.
No, there's no room. Good to see you, kiddo.
Yeah, good to see you guys, and that.
So anyway, a couple weeks
ago, then we went out, checked the temperature in it, going out, and I called her.
Whose car is this? Raise your hand.
Right here.
Where?
Everybody just keep passing it on down the
I
line.
noticed.
We should all say hi. I'm Richard.
We just
Spartacus.
talk about it, but you're having lunch now. I don't want to interrupt you. Wait till you finish eating, hon. It's okay. Take your time. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, it's like in the movie. It should be in the movie with the James Bond.
You should see the engine even.
Really? That's what we're going to do. We're going to look underneath, and we're going to turn it on, and we're going to do
I
all.
haven't seen it since it was done.
Really?
Oh no. Last time I saw it was all in. Not
Really?
even in primer yet.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Wow. We volunteer at Monmouth Valley Cable in Centerville, and then we'll put this on if everybody doesn't mind.
Oh, we'd love it.
It'll be on cable,
yeah.
you know.
Okay. We'll look for it. I just wanted to know where to look.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready, sir? Okay. Turn around, come up here, turn around, look at the camera. And wait a minute. Roddy? What?
James Bond would have wrecked that car.
I already told him it should be in the movie with James Bond. I already told you that, didn't I? This thing is unreal. Okay, well, tell us everything you know about it. Go ahead. That's your microphone.
Well, this is a 1928 Auburn. It's an Auburn boat-tail speedster, and it was the first year that Auburn made a boat-tail speedster, and they're currently known for their speedsters now. The Auburn Motor Company owned two other manufacturers, Cord and Duesenberg. This Auburn was one that my dad and I belonged to the club because we have another one, and this one came from Michigan, and it needed a total restoration, and I did the restoration on it.
Beautiful.
Some of the features on the Auburn was it had a a single shot lubrication system. So it had a oil tank on the firewall, and when you depressed the pedal, it lubricated the whole car.
Oh my gosh.
And in the good old days, you had to take your car in to have a grease job.
Yeah.
And but this was handled in one shot. It also has pilot ray lights. Pilot ray lights are lights that are below the headlights, and they turn with the wheels. And so as you're making a turn, these headlights will kind of show your path.
Really?
We show the car a lot, and some of the younger people come up and say, well, my dad has a Lexus, or he has an Audi, or a high-end car, and we have headlights that do the very same thing. But this was 1928. And another interesting feature about the car was Dayton Wire Wheel did the restoration of the wire wheels, but back in 1928 they built the wheels.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So Dayton Wire Wheel is still in business in Centerville.
Okay.
And that's kind of the story.
That's it. And you've had it how long now?
It took 6 years to restore the car, and we've been showing it for the last 2 years.
Okay.
It's won many awards,
Yes.
National awards, and,
Yes.
and
I can see
so
that.
it's been amazing trip for us.
Yes,
So.
I can imagine. How many miles per gallon does it get?
We don't drive it that much,
Okay.
and we only I think it only has around maybe 270 miles on the car right now.
Beautiful.
The car has taken us some amazing places.
Yeah.
We've been to concours West Orange, New Jersey, where Edison Estate was.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah.
Were you there?
Yep, yep.
One of the things, not to get political, but in February we were in Boca Raton at a concourse there, and 10 of us drove our car to Mar-Largo. And so we drove into Mar-Largo. We had to go through Secret Service, had to get out of the car. They completely researched the car.
Yes.
And it's got golf bag doors. We had to open the hoods and everything. But we drove it into Mar-Largo and had lunch there.
Really? Oh, how fascinating.
Yeah, Trump's wife was there. And so was the Prime Minister of Japan and his wife. And, they were eating lunch very closely to us.
Oh, my gosh. This car opens many doors for you, doesn't it?
It opens a lot of doors.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah, it does. Yep. Now they could use, in the movie, they should make another James Bond movie and use this. Pay you all that extra.
Yeah.
Royalties.
Well, yeah, come on.
Let's do it. Come on. Get it.
Now we're making money.
There we go. There we go. He wants to know if you could let us see the engine.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you might want to start it if you could, if you're able to.
I can start.
Okay.
Every Monday morning at 10 o'clock.
Weighs a ton, this whole thing. Beautiful. Okay. In here, hon. Come on. Okay. Whoa. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous?
So part of the lubrication system is back there on the firewall, one of those black tanks.
Okay.
And you put oil in it, but it would lubricate parts of the engine. It lubricated the whole car.
Push of a button. Lubricates the whole car. You don't have to go to a Jiffy Lube.
No grease job.
Unreal.
Yeah.
That's unreal. Oh my gosh.
How beautiful.
It is. It's just, can't believe it.
It is.
Wow.
But these wire wheels.
Careful, John. Okay. You're okay.
These are the headlights that turn.
Here's the headlights, honey. Okay.
So as you're driving, you can see where I have the wheels set this way.
I see that.
And you can see the headlights pointing that way.
How darling.
So
John, watch
as you're
yourself.
driving, make
Watch
sure
yourself.
The headlights are going like this.
Isn't that clever? Oh my goodness.
This is Stone Guard.
That's beautiful.
Back in the day, a lot of the roads were gravel.
Yes.
And you didn't want to put a hole in your radiator.
Yeah.
So this is a functional, it's not decorative, but it's a functional.
It's a screening thing.
Yeah, to keep the stones off the.
Oh, how darling. Yes.
You can see how large the headlights are.
Right.
So they're around 12 inches in diameter.
Huge.
And because it had low candle power.
Okay. Yeah, you needed all you could get. And I noticed the bumpers are round pipe, like around, instead of squares like ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
The color here is black and Navajo red.
Navajo.
This is actually a color that was available in 1928.
Good.
Which is kind of unusual because a lot of the colors were kind of muted.
Yeah, this is pretty bright for that day.
Pretty bright for the day.
Yeah.
And,
I see what you mean.
The color you have on your blouse was another color.
Really? That'd be pretty too. Yeah.
Black and green.
Beautiful. Did you want him to start it, hon? You want him to start it or you're done? Can you start it or would you mind? Okay.
I need
What?
to turn the power on.
Okay. Did you get the headlights like he told us? Did you get them real good? Okay. Get his card. Yeah.
He's got to hold his hood up.
Hold the hood up? Oh. Okay. Somebody's going to hold the hood up, you say? Okay.
Hey, Shug, what you doing, kiddo? You need that. The hood up?
Yeah. We're just going to get a picture of the engine as it's running. Okay. Oh my goodness. You can't even hear it. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. That's good. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Yep, thank you. Wow, what a beauty. Thank you. Beautiful. Yeah, tell us everything that you can think of.
This was called a boat tail speedster.
Boatel.
Boat tail.
Tail. Oh,
So
okay.
if we go around back, I'll show you why it's called a boat
Let's
tail.
go. Go around back, honey. We had another car over there. It was called a coffin.
Oh, was it?
Yes, that's why I'm laughing.
So this is the,
Oh, I see.
so that was the feature of the boat tail.
Oh my goodness. I see that. Isn't that something? Unreal. Gorgeous.
You can get up, the speed will go approximately 90 mile an hour, which was awful fast at the time.
That's enough.
When roads were
Really bad shape.
Yeah, roads were bad, and,
Yeah.
and most cars would do about 45.
Right, right.
So they would race these down
Yeah.
in Daytona Beach. And
Really?
Yeah, this car spent the winter at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum.
Really?
So they had that as part of a display for Indiana-built cars.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And they were celebrating their centennial.
Okay. Beautiful.
Indiana was, and
Yep.
so this was selected to represent Auburn.
Very good. Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful. Anything else, kid?
Rare car.
That's it. Thank you. Beautiful car.